To all who have met me, and to those who I'm speaking to for the first time, let me offer a hello. My name is Colin Sharp, and I am the author and creator of the Seventh Valkyrie series, coming to you live from my little studio in Costa Rica. What is the Seventh Valkyrie? I was born in New Orleans, raised there too, and it's a city where you have good times and dark times, sort of dancing up and down the street in second lines, just together, kind of woven together in daily life. It's at times this blur of sex and drugs and good food and good music and good times and crime and violence, and then other times it just kind of blurs into the normalcy of daily life. I grew up on fantasy novels, anime, pro wrestling, a little bit of hip-hop, a little bit of rock and roll. But I also love to spend summers in the wilds and the waters of Maine. I say all this because it all kind of floods together into the Seventh Valkyrie. This is a story about a magical world, one that's incredibly wild and can be incredibly dangerous, but it's also a story about people and sort of the magical lives that we lead, just as people. You have your three characters. Cyrus has a voice in his head. He's got a growing magical power, and he's got a mystery that's centuries old to slowly unravel. BC has a razor tongue, a tenuous relationship, obviously, with the world's greatest crime bosses, and she's also got a very dark past that's going to eat her alive, or at least try to. Then you got Val, who's he's got his two Wolfhounds, and he's got sheer fucking determination, and that's pretty much been all he's ever needed. The story, it's funny, the story's about them, but it's also about everyone in this world and how they come together, how this beautiful place that can be so wild and wonderful can also, bring out the best and the worst in us. Scrolling, I see if I have my notes. It's a story about how the mundane and the wonderful sort of intertwine, and ultimately they unfold into a battle for the fate and the faith and the future of all humanity. So, anyway, from one dreamer who grew up in a crazy place and never stopped wanting to adventure, got a little wiser, a little older, but never quite grew up. I hope you guys enjoy reading and listening to this series as much as I've enjoyed writing it, because it has been a freaking blast.